The next stop will be University City Boulevard Station.
Welcome to University City's podcast, where we discuss all things University City. This podcast is brought to you by the City of Charlotte, Truist Foundation, and University City Partners. It's recorded at the beautiful office space of One University Place by the lake here in University City. Hello, we're here today on the University City podcast. Our sponsors are the City of Charlotte, Truist Foundation, of course, University City Partners as a municipal service district. I'm Keith Stanley, and I'm joined with a very special guest today as we look at University City businesses. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Patrick McManaman with the Famous Toastery restaurant in the University City area.
Famous Toastery. Mm-hmm. Famous Toastery.
Yep.
I enjoy it. I've been there many times enjoying brunch. Patrick, let's talk to us. What inspired you to open up here, Famous Toastery, right by the lake that we're seeing in the backdrop?
We got lucky, actually. My wife and I always wanted to open something, and we both have medical backgrounds, but for me, it was getting to the end of that career, and I'm like, what do I want to do different? We always talked about opening something, and then the Famous Toastery kind of fell in our lap. We used to go to the one in Davidson all the time, and we got lucky. The spot opened up here. We had looked in other places, but we chose here just for the growth of the area that we see coming. We got the college right here, just the beautiful site. I mean, there's two, I think, other Famous Toasteries that are in beach towns, but we're the only one that's on water. So it's like that's kind of a little thing. That works for us. So it's just been we were lucky and we were blessed to have the opportunity to be right here.
Famous Toastery is part of the fabric here of University City. How do you see your role in contributing to University City and the culture, the community? You mentioned UNC Charlotte. How do you tie that all together with your business?
We have worked with University City Partners almost since we've been here. It'll be 9 years almost, and we've been involved with University Partners from the beginning. We've been part with groundbreaking for the new apartments across the water, Wine Fest, the music festival that they used to hold here all the time. We were part sponsors of that. We just were lucky to be able to be involved with so many things going on. They had the bowl game here, the Famous Toastery Bowl back in the fall, and we were fortunate enough to be the one Famous Toastery that's right here. So we were able to get involved with that and get our name out there even more so. So it's been just a lucky thing for us to be part of this community.
Let's talk about the menu and the food and the quality and the freshness. Tell us what's on that menu outside of my favorite, the avocado toast.
We do omelets, pancakes, waffles. Like you said, your avocado toast, your avocado benedicts. We have a large variety of breakfast and some lunch items that people really just kind of gravitate to. It's like, who doesn't like breakfast, for one? It's people have breakfast for dinner. It's breakfast for lunch. It's just the kind of, we use high quality foods, high quality products. We maintain the consistency with the first time you come in for your breakfast, the next time you come in to get the same thing. We strive to make it exactly the same. That's it. Every time.
Wow. It also seems like Famous Toastery is the place to meet. It's a place where people can enjoy themselves and you come, family, friends, whether it's alumni or current students. Can you talk a little bit about that cultural activity of people coming together among breaking bread and enjoying pancakes?
So, like you said, you were just there the other day with, I'm assuming, a group of other people.
Yeah.
And people like to celebrate now, especially with, you've got elementary school, middle school, high school graduations. We've had the last 2 days, we've had several large parties come in celebrating their kids graduating. They come in for birthday parties, office parties, Christmas parties. We do after hours events where people have done wedding receptions, baby showers. It's just the atmosphere of the restaurant and the location and the food and the staff and everything just kind of draws everybody into wanting to be part of that, to have that experience for themselves when, they say, where do you want to go? And everybody's like, let's go to Famous Toastery. Let's go to Famous Toastery. Because we get, UNCC with their graduation weekends. That's a big weekend for us too. And it's, you got the students that have been coming here for 4 years and have been eating at the restaurant. And their parents come in and they're like, where do you want to go? Or their family's coming in, where do you want to go? And they're like, let's go to Famous Toastery.
That's it.
It's a fun, thing to see everybody coming in for a graduate, to celebrate with us. You're celebrating your life experiences, your life achievements with us. So that's kind of a fun idea.
You mentioned 9 years. I would imagine there's some stories there that are not so happy, but also some stories that are happy. Can you speak to those who may be interested in starting a business, hopefully in University City? Some of the challenges, but also some of the highlights of those 9 years.
The highlights for me, I'll start with those first, have been getting to meet our client base. We've got people that have been coming in from the beginning that, this is their weekend spot. One customer comes in every Sunday morning, brings his newspaper, gets the same thing every time. And, my staff, they say, "Hi, Steve." He comes in, he sits down, they put his order in. They don't even go in, they bring him his stuff because it doesn't change. You've gotten to know, I've gotten to know several people where they ask how my family is because they've seen my kids in there with me, my wife in there with me. I've seen them there with their families and stuff. And it's kind of a nice idea of having that sense of, fellowship and community with the people that live in this area too, So, but then there's the downsides of it, for us, it's the same with everybody else, was COVID. It hit us hard. We tried to stay open for a little while, but it just, as with everybody else, it was nothing we could do. We called our staff and said, we have stuff in the walk-in. We know stuff's hard to get. They're going to get hard to get. Come and take what you need. And they did, and we closed for about a month and a half. But that was something that affected everybody. That wasn't just us. But, and then a little over a year ago, we had a flood in our restaurant. And that was a little different for me because it didn't affect, this wasn't a global thing. This was just a me in my one spot. Insurance only could cover so much. I got worried about, am I going to have a staff when I can open back up? Because we were down for 2.5 months. And I was fortunate. Every single one of my kitchen staff came back. Every single one of my front of the house staff came back. I'll take that back. We lost one person in front of the house, but we knew he was leaving in March anyway. So it wasn't a shock, but everybody else came back and I could, I only paid him for a little bit of it. And that just tells me that, that I must be doing something right and that the restaurant is doing something right to where we have that kind of a loyalty base, not only just like I say, with our customers keep coming back in, but our staff that stays with us through the ups and the downs that we've faced over the last, 9 years.
Here's another question for you, going a little bit off script here. As we look at what's occurring, not just in Charlotte, but specifically University City, we represent 17.5% of all residential development in Mecklenburg County. As some estimates that we're adding a little bit over 1,000 families a year here in University City. You see the growth that's happening around the lake. You mentioned the novel development, crescent communities. Do you have a vision as you look at your business with the growth that's happening here in University City and what that looks like for the lake, what it looks like for your business and for this community?
I think it's just going to, with the growth of the area, like when we started, where the apartments are now in Novell, it was like Marshall's or a Michael's and Office Depot, things like that. And then on the other side of the parking lot from us, you had Old Navy, a couple other retail stores that I don't even think were open when we moved in, but they were just vacant buildings taking up spots. So I've seen both sides of us grow in the last 9 years. And I think that the area itself is such a beautiful area with, being on the water here, having the college here, just seeing all the new developments go in. I think the impact that'll have on us is we will start seeing more fan base coming, more loyal customers coming in, even the new ones, coming in from out of town now more. They're gonna, we do a lot with the Hilton and stuff as well, and we get people that come to these conventions that come back again because we were here last year for this. The Carolina Con convention was just this last weekend, or the Cribbage or the Bridge or whatever convention. They come in, they'll be coming again. So I think for us as a business, it's just going to continue to grow us, and just hopefully get me even more involved in community things that are happening. With, like I say, if you got all these developments, all these families coming in, it just makes us more able to do and give back to the community as well.
I know we're about to wrap this up. I got just 2 more questions for you. One, someone's coming into town into Charlotte, and we're going to invite them to University City. You have to go to Famous Toastery, what would you pull off that menu that they have to try that they wouldn't get anywhere else?
Avocado Benedict. Yeah, because it's a lot of times the Benedicts are, the base is English muffin. This is an avocado. So we just cut it in half. That's the base. The eggs the way you want. It has a little Cajun seasoning on it, a little pico de gallo, and it's huge. I did have a customer came in the other day and hadn't seen that style before, and he's like, "How do you eat it?" And I mean, you just scoop it out. It's not rocket science. There, just scoop it out with a spoon. But that to me it's a unique thing that you really don't see anyplace else. So it's like, someone new comes in, let's throw them with that uniqueness. You can get an omelet anywhere. You can get pancakes anywhere. You can get a waffle anywhere. Let's show them something that they've never maybe seen before. Like their avocado toast. I know that's becoming a bit more popular, but yeah, the Benedict. That's avocado Benedict. It's a unique, different thing.
Now you got me hungry, Patrick. I'm trying to figure out. I know you guys close at 2. Maybe I can squeeze on out of here and get something done.
It's like, hold on, I'm going to run over there.
Exactly. Patrick, as we wrap this up, for those who are interested in finding out the menu, what your hours, where can they go to get more information?
You can go to famoustoastery.com. That is our corporate umbrella page, has access to the menu, catering, anything that you want to look at. And we also have a Facebook page, Famous Toastery University Place, and an Instagram, I think it's Famous Toastery University City as well. So,
Patrick, this has been a great conversation. Every day I'm learning. Every day I'm learning, and it's been great to even partner with you. You mentioned about the Famous Toastery Bowl. That was an amazing
that was an event. I would love to do.
I mean, it was really nice to see. Then we saw I saw the vans of the players driving around, and to see the activity and the activation around our lake.
It was kind of cool to walk in the stadium and see Famous Toastery everywhere. This is awesome. It was kind of like my own little world there.
Patrick, thank you. And I know some of us will be going to Famous Toastery pretty soon.
Anytime.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the University City Partners Podcast. We are a city within a city. Follow us on social media.